Hey everyone! Thanks so much for clicking to watch this video. If you're new here, my name is Sandy and on this channel we talk about all things interior design. Today's video is all about peel and stick crown molding. I've wanted to try this for a long time and I finally ordered some. It's from this company called Easy Crown Molding, I think it is. I'm going to link them down below, but I'm going to try it now in my living room or in my bedroom right now. But follow me to the bedroom. I'm not the bedroom, the living room, because we are going to try it in the living room. Let's take a look. All right, now we're in my living room and I'm going to show you guys quickly where I want the molding to go. Up here along the top of my accent wall there's no molding, and then over here above the sliding glass door, and then here is above the television, and there's like a doorway here and then it goes over into the kitchen. So these three walls is where I'm going to be placing the molding. I just opened up the box that it came in, and so far these are all things that we have here. There are the directions, which I'm really gonna need. Yeah, gonna need these directions. This thing about like miter parts, it says, if it'll focus, it says something about this miter cut will make your inside corners. Please see instructions, which we have. It came with some kind of starter piece, something that has like an arrow that I'm supposed to use when I'm starting in the corner. And then a bunch of plastic bags, which I honestly don't know like what this is for, but whatever, we'll find out. And then of course the molding. So it's like really long and skinny, and it's like super lightweight, like almost flimsy, like I could fold it in half. I'm not gonna fold this because I did fold one and I broke it. So don't fold them in half, guys. But yeah, it's like, there's like a bunch of them, if you can see, they're like all stacked together. And then this is the adhesive that I'm supposed to peel off, and this part sticks to the ceiling. So we're going to take one of them out because they're all stacked together. There's a bunch of them, and then give it a try. I start with this red piece that I'm supposed to have, and we're gonna see what happens. All right, let's get to it. So at this point I had already put that little red starter piece there, and you see I'm shoving something kind of underneath it. That was those little plastic bags. I was like, I don't know what these are for. When you put the little red piece down, it's kind of compressed closer to the wall, and you have to stuff the little plastic bags underneath it to kind of push it out a little bit. Then once it's properly pushed out, you take your first piece of molding like I just did now, and you line it up against the red to make sure that's flush all the way. And what I loved about this is that I could actually cut it with scissors, so when it wasn't flush all the way, I could just cut little pieces off until it was right where I wanted it to be. Then I went and peeled off the back of the adhesive. It's literally just like a command strip, you guys. Super, super simple. And then you take that adhesive part, you strip it close to the end, and you'll see why I left some of that hanging. And then you push up the adhesive against the ceiling, because that's actually where it adheres to the ceiling. And then this was actually a little bit difficult. You have to take these little extra adhesive pieces and stuff them inside the two pieces that are gonna stick to each other. And then you strip off the rest. You'll see me stripping off the rest of that little brown strip that's there. And then you adhere the two pieces together, and the second piece adheres to the ceiling. In all honesty, those little inside pieces seem to be a little bit unnecessary for this portion of it. You could have just slid it on top, but other than that, I think that worked out fine. And then you just kind of continue and repeat that process. When I got here to the end, I was a little nervous
because I kind of just cut longer than what I thought I was gonna need, just in case anything went wrong. I recommend that. But again, it's super easy to cut, which was very, very helpful. And the only thing that really bugged me about the end, we'll see at the end, is that it was hollow. I felt like the end should have come like with caps or something, and they kind of really didn't. But it was pretty simple to adhere it. Just cut the piece, take off the adhesive like you did previously, and then stick it right onto the ceiling, like all the others. And then I just repeated that process all throughout the rest of the room. And there's my roommate with her giant poof. Love her. And this was the portion where I had to adhere 2 corners together. I recommend applying a lot of pressure, like really, really pushing one piece into the other until you feel like you're almost gonna break it, but you don't. Because then they fit nice and snug, and then you just kind of repeat that process throughout. Here, I had to take off the red piece, and then I just kind of eyeballed it and just cut the piece a little longer than I thought I was gonna need. In retrospect, I think I would have cut it actually a little bit shorter than I did. But again, you just peel off the end and stick it right there.
All right, we are done. Finally, it is 6:28, 6:26, 28, 6:28. It is 6:28 p.m. and I started about 2 p.m. so it took me a couple hours. I did take some breaks in between, and I wanted to go over the pros and cons of this. So, pros, it's super lightweight. It was relatively inexpensive for crown molding. It was just under $100. I think it was $90 for us to do the full square footage, and I still have one little strip left. It lightweight, easy, renter friendly. It is just peel and stick. And I really think that it gives the room like a tailored finish. When you put molding on something, it just is like that little Salt Bae, you know? Those are all pros. I really, really liked it. And I mean, I think 4 hours is relatively fast, even for the breaks I took. It probably takes about 2.5. 2.5 hours, I would say, if you're like really vigilant and you don't take as many breaks as I did. Cons to this. The end pieces, there aren't any end pieces. So it's a hollow piece of plastic that you just kind of stick to the ceiling, but then on the end, which I'll insert a clip somewhere for you to see, there's just like nothing, and it's just hollow, which I think is really weird. We only have one like that, so I'm not really sure how bothered I am by it, because it's only up on the ceiling. It's not like I'm looking at it all the time. So that's a little bit of a con. And the seams are visible when I'm looking at them. But when I'm just like sitting down in my furniture or just going about the living room, I don't really see the seams that much. They're visible. Like right now I'm staring at something and I can like really, really see the seam. You could go over it with a caulk gun. I'm thinking a caulk gun. I don't know what else really you would put there except for that. I have one corner that's pretty flush and looks really good, and then I have another corner that's it's a little off. Overall, I would give this, on a scale from like 1 to 10, I would give this, I feel like 8.5. I would say this gets an 8.5, which is pretty high, I think. So, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it, and I like it enough that I would buy it again, and I'm gonna do it in my bedroom. I just wish that the pieces were longer so that you didn't have to have so many seams, and that there was end pieces, which is really strange. My last con is that it is there's lifting sometimes when you combine the pieces. I think there's like a tension that's created from the peel and stick touching the ceiling, and then the other piece touching the seam, where like one piece of molding touches the other, and there's like this weird tension that creates that lifts it off of the wall, so it creates this weird gap. I'm gonna insert footage where I went back and I actually fixed it, and what I had to do was, these little pieces are extra adhesive that it came with. They're like shaped like a little trapezoid, and what I ended up doing was I cut them into little strips like this, and I took this and placed it underneath where the lifting was happening, and I kind of used it as glue to like press it down onto the wall. And this is again peel and stick. This is just the same stuff that's on the back of your command strip, is what it seems like. So it'll come off pretty easy, and I mean it's strong though. Come off easy with like real tugging, but strong enough that I don't anticipate it falling or anything like that. That's probably what I did the last 45 minutes, going around and seeing where things are lifting. And what's super annoying is that when you put something down, when you take like a little bit of adhesive and you push a piece down, it lifts another part up. And it's kind of like you're chasing your tail a little bit, so you gotta be strategic about where you place them. Solid 8.5. I think the next time I do it, I'm gonna be able to do it a little faster, so I probably would even put it at 8.75. Dare I say 8.75? Yeah, I am very happy with it, and it's a great renter-friendly solution to add some architectural interest to your rental. I'm gonna link everything down below that you need to know. It did come with instructions, but the instructions, honestly, in the manual like aren't really helpful. There's a website where it has like kind of YouTube videos embedded in the website, and they show you how to do it. Those were semi-helpful. They do mention this strip adhesive that's like where it touches the wall, which would have been super freaking helpful, to be honest. But that's not on mine. That didn't come on mine. Maybe that's an older version that they used to have, I don't know. But when you're watching the videos, it's gonna tell you to tear this little strip of adhesive off, that where the molding touches the wall, not where it touches the ceiling. The ceiling part was there, but the wall part was not there, so I had to go in with my little these that it came with extra. I'm really happy it came with those. If you liked this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. There will be more videos like this in the future while I put together my rental. I'm taking you guys every step of the way. I've shown you my accent wall, I'm getting new furniture, I have a bookcase coming, there's like lots and lots of goodies, so please stay up to date on all of that by subscribing to my channel. Alright, have a great day guys! Bye!